Welcome to another episode of Just Ask Cher Live. And today, this morning, depending on when you're watching, and of course, depending on when I get my timer ready to roll, which I now have, guess what we're talking about? 2021. I can speak, and I can also start a timer almost on time as well. And we are talking about that 2021 reset mindset. Yes, Jonaed, yes, you finally caught it live. Andy here live, team replay, team all y'all. I am so happy to have you guys join me tonight because it's all about the reset mindset. As we head into 2021, I'm ready to leave 2020 behind. I don't know about you. I know I learned a lot. I experienced a lot, but now it's time to shed the skin, let it go, let it flow. Hey, Bartina, thank you so much for joining Team Live. Yes, David here. I am ready for this episode. Jingle bells indeed, Team Live. Khadijah, hello. Randall. Y'all are ready for a good show tonight. I hope you're ready for a good show because I have a good show in mind. And of course, in the meantime, are we team live, team replay? Because you know, no matter what team you're on, you are always on my team. And shout out to all the people watching over on Facebook. The crowd has been growing over there. Yes, the action definitely still happens on LinkedIn as far as the conversation's happening, but you can definitely get live in full effect in the comments over there. I will be dipping in over there to see the comments as well. And I have a comment tracker as well. So I see you. And yes, Randall says, bye-bye 2020. Yes, bye. That's how I feel right now about 2020. And you know what? 2020 wasn't all bad. And there's a lot that we can learn from 2020, but let's rock into 2021. So that's what I'll be talking about today. And my scroll stopper is fire, okay? If you are down with OPP, if you get down with OPP, if you don't know what that means, don't worry, stay tuned. You are definitely going to want to take advantage of this scroll stoppingly goodness that I get to share with you guys tonight. It is so meta, it's ridiculous. Hey, Tavonda, how are you? And Jennifer, Team Live, I love it. December is amazing. There's joyful days and it's full of festivity as we celebrate our way into 2021. Like I said, 2020 wasn't all bad, but it's time to reset the mindset. And that's what I want to make sure that you have is a reset mindset so you can actually take the good from 2020 into 2021, rock your brand with it, but also be in the right state of mind so you can own it. Okay. And so that is what today is all about. And of course, in TapThatApp, 2 Ps. If you do anything with video, you might want to stay tuned for this segment because it's all about giving you control and you an opportunity to really connect with the watcher. So stay tuned for that. And of course, we are going to jump in live, but of course, let's see. Bye, Feliz Navidad. Yes. And Melody says, I love the hair looking gorgeous. I will take that, especially as we head into 2021. Thank you so much, Melody. And so do you need some motivation this week? We're hearing Khadijah, she's having a great time getting ready for the holidays. I find a lot of people right now have already moved into, this year's done. I'm ready to start winding down now. This year's kind of done for me. And then there's people who are like, I'm in the middle, because I did enjoy a lot of aspects of 2020. Of course, there's a lot to be revised for 2021, but at the same time, there's a lot of growth there. But this week for me so far has been about planning and replanning. We've always been planning along the way, but really planning that reset in 2021. And that's why I wanted to share, because it's so heavy on my heart right now. It's something that I've been working on. And just if you need motivation this week to really start thinking about what's possible for you, because there is a lot possible for you, right? I have some awesome motivation. And hey, Marissa, thank you so much. Oh, I know we're talking about shedding some skin. right? The skin of 2020 to get into new skin for 2021. So that's why I got the snake skin going on. There's a little bit of a theme here. And so thank you so much. All right. So if you need some motivation, yes or no in the comments, doesn't matter. I plan to, whether you need it or not, I plan to motivate your level up. So stay tuned for this and let me know. And we're going to be talking all about the reset mindset. We're going to get right into it right now, not trying to waste another second, because you know what, guys? We got a lot to cover. All right. So when it comes to the reset mindset, as I've been kind of leading up to and kind of like giving it all away, we really need to, and Jennifer says, yes, hurricane season is finally over. Yes, that is something to rejoice about. Dawn says, love the shirt. Again, getting out, shedding that skin of 2020 going into 2021. But thank you. I like it too. It's different from my usual t-shirt game. I didn't have a new t-shirt to wear. So I went over budget. Guys, do you guys know that I have like a $12 budget, wardrobe budget for my show? I have way too many t-shirts now, but that's okay. I always wear a t-shirt because it was easy. You have to figure out ways to make your content work for you. And because I broadcast every week, I wanted to have fresh gear, but I didn't have any shirts. So I had to go all fancy and then tie it into the theme like I meant it to be. Yeah. But anyways, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Hey, Lucic, nice to see you as well. But today, like I said, is all about that reset mindset. So in order for us to reset, sometimes there are things in the way. So in order for us to create the new, whatever it is you want, the new brand, the new opportunities, the new future, just whatever it is, you need to reset things in your mind that might be holding you back. So in today's episode, that's what we're going to focus on today, because as I'm going through my own mindset reset as I plan into 2021 and the things that I want to happen, I'm seeing the roadblocks or seeing the challenges that I had to work through. So I wanted to make sure I'm sharing them with you. And of course, stuff I'm seeing with my clients as well. So I wanted to make sure that we can have this conversation about it. And of course, I want to make sure that you guys, if you have some reset mindset ideas or suggestions, please share them. This is a community. It's not just about what I think. Y'all are part of this show, and I appreciate that. Hey, Frankie. Hey, Marlo. Yes, Marlo, I will claim that. I have one of the best t-shirt games on LinkedIn, period. Okay. My t-shirt game is fire. You wait to see me in 2021. Maybe I'll make my own branded t-shirts. We'll see. All right. So let's step into this reset mindset. And the first thing that I want to mention to you guys is that you need to flip your 2020 anchors. So what do I mean by that? Well, these are the things that have anchored us down mentally. So there's no doubt about it. A lot of you guys have had a lot of trials, tribulations, hard times. And these things, whether it's people, whether it's opportunities that didn't go that way, events that didn't happen, things you should have done and didn't do in COVID, in this great reset opportunity, things you haven't done yet. And now those things can get you down. They can anchor your spirits and just be thinking about these distractions, these people, these things, these events, the jobs you didn't get, the jobs you lost, the things that happen, sometimes people you lost. And we cannot downplay anyone's experience of this 2020. However, if you talk to somebody 2 years out from losing their job, usually a lot of people will say, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. I was able to do this or get into that, start my business, get into this new role, get into this new company. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am today. And even if we look at it right now, if we're able to flip you for real, anybody who knows where that comes from, you are just as nerdy as I am. But seriously, we need to flip it. When you change the way you see things, the things around you change. And that is so important. Yes, Donovan, mindset reset. You know what I'm saying? So we need to do that. And that's so, and hey, Quentin, how's it going? Maureen, so nice to see you live as well. We've got to flip what's anchoring us, what's weighing us down, the feelings, whatever it is. Take a look at that. And how can you look at it from a different angle to see? Well, because both truths exist. The bad side of it exists as well as the good side. So when we look at it, it's like, well, how can I shift this so that I can have a better outlook on what happened? Because we are where we are right now in this moment, and we've got to look at it like, okay, I'm here. I experienced this. Now what? How can I use this to move me forward? So flip your anchors, anything that's holding you down. You want to flip it. Hey, Ilya. Hey, Rakaya. Nice to see you. And Jonayad says, that's a good perspective. Really, we have to, when you change the way you see things, the things around you change. So let's look at 2020 and look at it as a launch pad. Look at the opportunities. What did you learn from it? Where did you grow from that? What won't you do again? All those things matter as you make decisions going forward. So next thing that you might have to do as you are going through those anchors, going through those things, is you got to settle your mind. And that can mean many things to many people. For me, my belief system allows me to pray, and that's how I settle my mind. I have conversations with God and my mind gets settled, my mind gets clear. For you, that could be meditation. For you, that could be affirmations. For you, that could be like just aligning your vibes with where you want to be. Whatever it is, take that route of just calming and centering yourself, finding your focus, finding your strength, where it comes from. And because you're going to have to start to quiet the voices and also resolve some of the things that, just didn't go right. Because that chatter is going to be there if you don't settle your mind. So it is so important. And yes, patience. Patience is the name of this game going into 2021. And I love what Quentin says, your tongue is your will to speak it into existence. Amen to that. It is. You got to watch what you say, because what you say is informing your mind of what you believe. So be careful on that. And Brian saying, loving this theme tonight. Journaling helped me a lot. So I love that, Rakai. I'm doing the same thing too. I've been writing a lot lately. And really just tracking, because when you journal, you can also see the shifts and the pivots in your mindset where you can pluck out and say, no, this was a good thing, or this happened to me and I can directly align it with my activity. For me, I can directly align things with prayer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I see what's happening. I see the behind the scenes, and I'm thankful. All right. So one of the things, again, settling your mind, flip your anchors and settle your mind. All right. As we move in, now it's about, okay, you've got that. You've settled your mind. Now it's about committing to one system. And here's what I mean by that. So there's a lot of books, there's a lot of coaches, there's a lot of systems and programs and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes we take too many in at the same time. And I've found, so for me, if somebody else is getting some sort of coaching that's similarly aligned to what I do, I will say, and they're already doing that, but they also want to work with me, I'll be like, not yet. Finish what you're doing with that coach, because there's an alignment that's going to happen, but it's not a simultaneous alignment. You've got to stick to the course, stay the course. There's so many different books that you can pick up for anything from mindset to time management. Right now, I'm working through the 12-week year. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. Awesome book. And that is the process that I'm committed to. I've read a lot of other books and I can pull in other things, but you got to pick your system and commit to it and see it through until you realize it's not working. And again, going back to what Lisa was saying around patience, that's really important to be patient with it, because it takes time. And whenever we start something, we are so optimistic, and we don't even have all the facts yet. We're just optimistic. And then the facts start coming at us, and then we become pessimistic because we're educated about all the things that are in the way. And then it becomes even harder. And then this is where the patience is like going to pay off, because then we can start to see things rolling within that system. We start to see things working, and then we can become optimistic again. And then the magic happens. It works. But that whole process is a whole mental process that takes time to go through. Yes, try that book, Quentin. It's awesome. So it's the 12-week year. They have a lot of online resources too. And I'm just finding it to be such a blessing to me and just how I'm resetting and the things that I'm focusing on. But again, like I want to share, like as I'm going through this process, I want to share some of the things that have been helping me. The next thing is give yourself the time. And I'm not talking about the time required for patience. I'm talking about the time it takes for the planning, for the setting up of the system. For me, I'm realizing that the work that I'm doing right now requires several days of focused work. And for you, that might be dedicating an entire weekend if your days are not aligned that way, or several nights. But in order to set your system up right, whatever your system is for planning for success, because those who don't plan to fail. We know that, right? So we need to put a system in place, whatever that is, and commit to that system. But we got to give ourselves time to do the work in the system. Oftentimes, and I'm so guilty of this, I don't know about you, is, hey, Enrique, nice to see you as well. One of the things that I've done is I kind of skipped the plan part. Like, okay, just all the stuff that you kind of skip over. Okay, yeah, I should do that. Oh, yes, I should take the time to reflect. But no. What's the plan? And go there. But this year, I'm trying to do things different. So I'm really taking the time to do the extra work that the system is requiring me to do. And I think it's been helpful. And again, it goes back to, Lisa's comment. Lisa, patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience. I agree with you 1000% on that. So got to give yourself the time to take the action steps. And then we could even flip that advice and give yourself time for it to work, because we just need that time. So that's incredibly important as well, because things don't happen overnight. I always tell people, and this is something in my own entrepreneurial journey, because I've been full-time entrepreneur since 2013. So the one thing that I know is things take way longer than I think they're going to take. It's like, yeah, I'll do that video. I'll shoot 5 and I'll be done in a day. No, you won't. It's planning should be 80% at all of your time. And Kamara says this year was a true test for patience. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. You found it on Amazon. Hey, Quentin, if you found it on Amazon, put the link in down below. Maybe somebody else will want to join. Maybe there'll be a book club by the end of of this session. Okay. Here's something for me that was like a golden light bulb. Yes, golden light bulb. Ask and before that. So one of the things that I struggle with, and why some plans in the past haven't worked for me, is I'm a good visionary. I can see what I want, the end result. But sometimes when I'm making my goal list, my goals start in the middle to the end, not from the beginning to the end. So what happens is I already plan, the design is flawed because I skipped the beginning steps. So what we need to do, and then we've always heard the term work your way backwards, right? So even as you're putting your plan in place, when you start to think, okay, yeah, I'll do this. And before that, what would you do? And before that, what would you do? And before that, what would you do? And then you have to ask, basically you have to ask, and before that, all the way to your current state. And when I started doing that with this current plan, what was incredible is I realized how many other things I was missing out, which if I didn't do, I would totally be frustrated with my plan, because I would feel like, and I don't know if this has happened to you, where you have felt that, oh my gosh, I know what I need to do, but I can't get there. And this and before that technique, which, can I trademark that? Because I literally thought of that myself. I'm sure, nothing's new under the sun. But the and before that technique for me, game changing, because you really need to ask yourself backwards. And a friend of mine just today left me a message, and he was like, because we've been checking in on our 2021 goals, and he was like, your goals are not big enough if they're not scaring you, and you all know that, right? So even if they're scaring you, you got to go backwards. And then the point where you think when you're writing your plan, just look at that goal and say, and before that, and then you can see if you've met the before that. What do you guys think about that? Marcello's saying great content. That's my motto, going back to the basics with an innovative approach. That's what I'm talking about. Patience. Yes, Darlene, hello. All y'all are just fire in the comments tonight. So if you are feeling this right now, give me a fire emoji in the comments. Tell me, type fire. I don't care. I just want to hear that this is something that is just lighting a fire under you. So, and before that, that probably is my favorite piece of advice for tonight, by the way. And then here's the other thing. Guys, earlier today, can I tell you, I didn't look like this. I didn't feel like, look at this fire. Love it. Love it. Yes. Reignition mission. That's what I'm talking about. Love it, Marcello. So it's not about the feels. I didn't today, when I was working on a lot of this on my own stuff, I was like, I just don't feel like it. Look at the fire coming up. I love y'all. Hey, Bryn, nice to see you. Start with the end in mind, but make sure you know that you got to the end, and that's the thing, and that's why you need to keep on asking yourself, and before that. So you start with the end in mind, what you want to accomplish, and then when you're starting to track into your goals, when you see it, you're asking, and before that, what do I need to do? And before that, what do I need to do? And before that, and you will start at the right starting point. Yes, fire. I love it, guys. Y'all lighting a fire today. And like I said, the number 6, my last point for this, it's not about the feels. You need to be able to do things when you don't feel like it. I know I'm feeling like you guys, I'm so glad I didn't listen to my feelings. I really wasn't in the mood. I didn't want to do this today. You couldn't tell now because I can't tell now that I felt like that before. But let me tell you, I did not feel like it. And we cannot allow our feelings to dictate our actions. Commit to the actions and do it. Do not live by the feels because the feels lie, okay? Feelings lie. Your to-do list doesn't. Okay, so those today are my tips, guys. Let me know what you think. I already see some fire. Reverse mapping, yes, that's what I'm talking about. You start with the end in mind, exactly, Bryn, and then you say, and before that, and keep on working your way back to you reach where you are right now. Then you will have a true timelined map of the stuff you need to get done. I could write a whole book just on and before that. I'm sure I could. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. I'm glad you're feeling this. I see the fire all in the comments. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. All right, so coming up next, I am so excited about this scroll stopper. It is so exciting. It's funny because, all things come back full circle. So I'm super excited about that. And today's scroll stopper is one that really caught my attention. Let me see if this works out. Yes, it does work out just the way I want it. And so this scroll stopper is brought to you by, let me just show you, David Breyer. So awesome. He's Google's #1 rebranding expert, slayer of the mundane, liberator of awesome, advisor to CEOs, author of Amazon's branding bestseller, Brand Intervention, and responsible for over $1 billion in sales. And of course, he's a keynote speaker out of Wisconsin. So this scroll stopper, of course, how meta does it get? 12 scroll stoppers for 2021. The golden nuggets from the podcast, Billy Samoa Celebi, and of course, David Breyer. Anyways, let's take a look here at what's going on. First of all, I know you're loving that. Did you love that transition? I know I did. Okay. So first of all, he remixed his OPP experience into a doc. So what do I mean by that? Well, my friends, what he did was he basically was on another person's podcast. So other people's podcasts, right? And he created this awesome doc, which I'll show you a little bit more in a second. First of all, the colors, fire, love it. We'll talk about the design in a second, actually. But the next thing that he did, So I love it. So the fact that he remixed his experience. So he was on somebody else's, let's talk to me for a second, guys. He was on somebody else's podcast and was like, you know what? I'm going to make content with it. How many of you guys, I am so guilty of not doing this, of making content from other people's content. And so what he did is, and we'll go flip through in a second, is he basically created some of his best quotes from that podcast and put it into this document, which we'll take a look at in a second. So let's go back to it, right? So what I love already, and you see I did that with my title of this broadcast, and it is 12 scroll stoppers for 2021. So anybody who's creating content right now, it's time to move over to 2021. Let's focus there. That's where we're going. We're moving into 2021. So that is a tip for you right there. The next thing is what he does a really good job doing is he highlights his host. So the host of the podcast. So it's not like he's just taking it and he's saying, hey, I was with Billy. And if we take a look at what he actually said, not only did he highlight him in the graphic, he also, let's take a look. I was honored when Billy Samoa Celebi invited me to be his guest on his podcast. Why? Because he did this already. He got me with it. I'm intrigued. I want to know what Billy did. He really did his homework and asked things that made me feel like I was on Barbara Walters' special. Like, how the hell did he find that little fact? The end result is a collection of some nuggets I've never shared before. Perfect tips for those involving selling, branding, building companies, and slaying mediocrity. I would love to know which of these scroll stoppers resonated with you most. Thank you, Cher Jones. A little shout out from me because for being my first who called me a scroll stopper and introduced me to the term. So this is not, guys, this is not David's first rodeo being a scroll stopper, but it was so good that I had to bring him back again, second round, and he did the 1-2 punch. So as we continue in there, he highlights the host, did a fantastic job there. I love this. This is the intrigue, never shared before. If that doesn't make you want to scroll through, I don't know what does, okay? And also, I love the solid engagement call to action. So which of these, and it's all caps, which of these scroll stoppers resonated with you the most, right? And then finally, this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous design flow, which let's take a look. Hold on as we transition over. There we go. Let's take a look at this beautiful design flow. So we see the colors. We see he went with his original colors. This fluorescent green, well, kind of fluorescent green and orange, right? So we see this nice flow through the mix where you see the numbers, everything looks clean. It's very clean. I'm loving it. So fantastic job all around. I am so impressed. Like I said before, so scroll-stoppingly scrumptious that he made it to the second round. He is my number one draft pick for scroll stoppers. So love it, David. Awesome job once again. And guys, if you guys love this, this is so awesome. So the lesson here is take advantage of your opportunities on OPP, other people's platforms. That could be a live, that could be a podcast. Whatever it is, take advantage, right? And so let's keep on moving on over to TapThatApp, 2 Ps, right? And guys, don't miss a post. You don't want that. How did I go to 140 already? Oh my gosh. Anyways, make sure you're following the hashtag #JustAsShare and let me get back on camera because I am running out of time. You know I got to pause that timer. It stresses me out, but I'll try to keep it short. But guys, today's scroll stopper, today's TapThatApp feature is, let me just get out of this because I want to show you 2 things. All right. So today's TapThatApp feature, if we go right into it right now, is all about video, my friends. And this is called Press Play To. So if you want to embed content onto video content onto your website, and you want to add a call to action. You want to lead gate it. So what that means is that you can make someone put in an email address in order to access it, have video skins, be branding and responsive and dynamic. This thing does everything. Okay, so it's called Press Play 2. And the interesting thing about it is I'm going to put the link in the comments, because this one has a Black Friday special that's still going on. So sorry guys, I'm not in front of the mic. I put the links in the comments, and this will allow you to use websites like YouTube, but still gate your content on your website. So if you're uploading to YouTube, but yet people are watching from your website, you'll be able to gate your content. And it's really cool if you want to collect leads or anything like that, but it does so much more. So let me just switch over again to this other angle here. So we'll take a look. And so this is the website. So actually, no, here it is. So usually people look up against Wistia and would be a good choice. However, this monthly plan is $27 a month and the yearly plan is $197. However, the link that I put in the comments right now is a $97 lifetime access. So this is for Black Friday. It's awesome. Again, you can take your, let me go back over here. You can take your videos from YouTube on your website, gate them. So you can, meaning that you can put enter your email address and you can watch this. It does all kind of cool tricks and can do things where the video moves. Also, if there's some really more cool tricks, like if someone is watching and they come back to your website, it will pick up where they left off. You can have it follow them along the screen. It's phenomenal. And again, like I said, $97 deal. You know me, I'm all about the lifetime deals. So I'll show you as I see them. And Lucy's like, my wish for next year is longer Just Ask Cher live sessions. Thank you. That makes me feel awesome. That is awesome. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. Let me know if you have any comments below. I will definitely be checking them. So let's see. I'm just looking in the comments right now. So Bryn's saying, yes, this we do well. I have a VA team that helps with this. Images, audiograms, 90-second clips. So that's when you are on other people's platforms, podcasts. I need to do that. I need to take advantage of that. I need to do that as well. So I think that's awesome, guys. Let's see. I love what Melody says. So good, Cher. Start with the end in mind, but never stop challenging your endpoint. We can always rethink. And make a greater goal. So guys, if you wanted to find, I forgot to mention, if you want to find the website for this, it's pressplay.io. Again, I gave you the link. If you're watching this well after Black Friday, I gave you the link in the comments for this. So look out for it. Take advantage of it. It's only gonna be a couple days and then it goes back to that $27 price or whatever it was. So a month as opposed to $97 lifetime. So keep it up. And back to me. All right. So I'll look out for your questions. And of course, want to remind you guys, as you know, that sharing is caring. So if you stuck around for this entire episode. Oh, so where's the link to grab the deal? Let me put it back in the comments again. So it's just in there now. Hopefully you see it. If not, I will jump in right after because I don't have it playing. Let's see. Yes. So I will jump in right after if you guys don't see it there. So let's see if I can get it. Maybe I can jump in and put it in the comments. So this is what I'm doing. This is what you do on the fly, I tell you. And post. All right. So it should be somewhere in the comments. Hopefully you guys see that there. All right. But anyways, make sure you know sharing is caring and share that with a friend because there's some good stuff. Again, especially this reset mindset issue. We have to have a reset mindset in order to reset. You know what I'm saying? especially as we head into this new year. This is a time, to continue our plans going forward. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. So sharing is definitely caring. And if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments because, of course, I'm way over time. And so definitely thank you guys so much for watching. And coming up next, I'm not sure yet, but there's going to be 2 episodes before the end of the year. Then I'll take a little break and come back at you live in January again. Hopefully flip it up a bit, try something new, try something different, or add something to this. Who knows? But definitely coming with the fire for 2021. But in the meantime, 2 more weeks of me, so don't think I'm gone just yet. And if you have questions, again, leave them in the comments below. I will check them out. And don't forget, I have a YouTube channel. Did you know that? That's where all past episodes live. So you can go look for hashtag #JustUsShare. You'll find me, #JustUsShare Live. Just look. You will find, hey, Chris, nice to see you, Team Live and Team Replay. That is good. Love and the love. And of course, I will see you guys on the next episode. So thank you so much for watching The Reset Mindset. Love y'all.